And now, it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, rock cod Rick Maxa, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray and rock cod Rick Maxa.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with rock cod Rick Maxa. I hope you set your clocks ahead, because it is 7 already, and we're ready to talk fishing here. We're ready for showtime with Bart and Mike from the Fred Hall Del Mar Show. It's going to be a great one, and you stay tuned. This is Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Start 2016 strong with Yamaha's legendary reliability sales event. From January 1st through March 31st, purchase an eligible new Yamaha 4-stroke outboard and choose either 2 free years of limited warranty coverage or up to $1,500 in dealer credit. Yes, that's up to $1,500 in dealer credit towards the purchase of goods or services from your authorized participating Yamaha outboards dealer. Or 2 additional years of Yamaha extended service on top of your 3-year 4-stroke factory limited warranty for no extra cost. That's a total of 5 years of warranty coverage and an MSRP value of up to $23,000. That's right, eligible new 2.5 to 300 horsepower 4-strokes include a choice of 2 free years of Yamaha extended service or up to $1,500 in dealer credit, but only during Yamaha's legendary reliability sales event. Reliability starts here. Yamaha. Visit your nearest Yamaha outboards dealer today. Offer ends March 31st, 2016. Subject to change at any time. Other restrictions and conditions apply. See authorized participating Yamaha outboard dealers for details. This promotion cannot be used with any other Yamaha offer.
Hi, I'm Bart Hall, and I'm back to tell you about the Fred Hall Show, March 17th to 20th at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. Who could have known that when my father started his first show in San Diego 40 years ago, that it would turn into San Diego's largest and most exciting sport fishing show, one of the nation's most prominent boat shows, and a world-class international travel and hunting show. We are proud of the fact that when you attend a Fred Hall show, we will entertain you all day with hundreds of booths, acres of boats, over 200 seminars, and dozens of family fun activities. And when it's all over, you'll want to come back the next day to see what you missed. We invite you to come and join us and share in the 70-year legacy of the Fred Hall shows as we celebrate the passion of fishing, boating, hunting, and the pure joy of outdoor recreation. Kids free, kids fish free, active military free. Join the Coastal Conservation Association of California and get in free. Check us out at fredhall.com. The Fred Hall Show, March 17th to 20th at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. Presented by Progressive.
It's a whale of a show.
The new Shimano Torium HG is here, and you'll be able to experience this fantastic reel now at your local Shimano dealer. The new Torium is up to 30% smaller than the previous generation, but still has the same line capacity. The smaller S compact body design and one-piece die-cast aluminum frame provides more rigidity and lighter weight. Torium now has EI surface treatment and is tested up to 700 times the corrosion resistance of past models. The new Shimano Torium HG is not only better on the outside, the inside is amazing, with a cross-carbon drag providing up to 24 pounds of drag pressure from a Star Drag reel. It has a sealed roller clutch and 6.2 to 1 brass gears. The machined aluminum handle has a larger knob to make it easy to crank in the big fish. The new lightweight aluminum spool gives you better casting and control. Available in 3 sizes, the Torium HG is the next evolution in compact, rigid, and powerful saltwater Star Drag reels. Get it now at your local Shimano dealers.
It was another awesome year for fishing in San Diego, and it seems to still be going strong. I've talked to people that continue to get into tuna and yellowtail offshore. It was another awesome year for Ford, too. Once again, Ford is America's favorite brand. Just take a look at last year's sales figures. It's right there in black and white. If the car you're driving is 6, 7, 8 years old, it's really time to get into something new, because the technology in these new Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs is nothing short of impressive. You wouldn't want a cell phone with 8-year-old technology, would you? So why keep driving a car with old technology? Now's the time to stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer and check out the latest innovations and designs, like Pro Trailer Backup Assist on your new F-150. You just turn a little knob on the dash and it steers your trailer exactly where you want it to go. Trust me, backing in your boat will never be easier. Learn more at SanDiegoCountyFord.com or just stop by any San Diego County Ford dealer. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. This is going to be a fun show today, man.
It's showtime, and is it really a whale of a show?
It's a whale of a
show.
We were just talking about that. You came up with that 30 years ago.
Yeah, I came up with that line 30 years ago, and then Jim Duncan, who started in radio in San Diego, he was on 3 different stations, and the name that stuck was Jim Duncan. He was nominated to the Country Music Hall of Fame. He's been back to Washington. Now he's the production manager at iHeartRadios. And I tried to stop doing it about 10 years ago. He goes, no, everybody talks to me about it. It's a whale of a show. We got to keep doing it.
Well, good morning, Bart Hall and Mike Lum.
Good morning.
Great to have you. It is a whale of a show, and it is the 40th year in Del Mar. Is it really true?
I know, right? It's crazy.
I can remember when it was the 20th year like it was yesterday.
Well, it's not 40 all in Del Mar because we started at Golden Hall. But
Yeah.
It's 40 years in the San Diego market. So.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
70 in Long Beach.
70 in Long Beach, 40 here. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It doesn't seem that long. I mean,
wow.
They go by. It's so quick.
Wow. If your dad were alive today, how old would he be? Do you ever figure that out?
Man, let me think about that.
Yeah. I know that's a tough question, but
no, I could figure that out.
But he started it when he was a young man.
He did. So he'd be 92.
Yeah.
If he was alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he started when he was in his
22.
early 20s.
Yeah.
He went up to his boss. They were everybody knows this story, but he ran ushers, ticket sellers, and gatemen for all of the sporting events, the racetrack, the Rams, the Dodgers, all that stuff, fights, wrestling, boxing. And so he went to his boss and said, I want to do a sportsman show. And this was Mel Morris, and he goes, what the hell's a sportsman show? So that's how it started.
How stoked would he have been to see Long Beach this year?
Funny, I thought about that, Rick, as a matter of fact, because Ginny, my wife, made the poster of my parents. It was by John Petty's booth.
Awesome.
It was awesome. And every time I went by there, I got a little emotional. And I thought about that. 70 years, he'd be stoked. I mean, it's so different than how it started. I remember as a kid how small it was, but how much fun it was. But man, it's overwhelming now. Really.
It's a whale of a show.
It's a whale of a show.
It really is. Yeah. The description is perfect right now. And Mike, the seminars, which I know is kind of your baby, were amazing.
We had a lot of great seminars in Long Beach, and we got a lot coming up here in Del Mar. But the Long Beach seminar schedule was amazing, really was. We had every year. I'm always pleased, I guess. In early December, typically, I start getting the emails and phone calls from people back east wanting to know when the seminar schedules are going to be done. They don't realize that a lot of those come together in the last few weeks, so it's very hard to get them together that early. But they want to fly out and they want to book their airplanes and their hotels, and they want to know what days they want to be at the show, and it's based largely upon that seminar schedule. So, but every year in about early December, I start getting those calls, and this year I got more than ever. So it must have something to do with the weather back east.
Must have. So seminars in Del Mar, they're available at fredhall.com.
Yes.
You can see, kind of plan your journey through the fairgrounds there in Del Mar based on what seminars you want to see. We talked about the kayak seminars yesterday, the Hobie Kayak Seminar Stage, and all the great stuff that's going to happen there. There's a lot more than that.
There is. The Mammoth Lake Seminar Stage, which is just down the road there from where the Hobie Kayak Stage is, has got some great speakers on it. We have a morning presentation on Saturday and Sunday. Mark Wish is going to do one that's like a 90-minute session, and that's always very, very popular. Of course, Bill Varney's on there doing his surf seminar, he's always packed on that. But we have a DFG panel. We do not have a DFG panel.
We have a panel for Bishop and Mammoth, and that's only on Saturday and Sunday. And Tim Alpers, Alpers Trout fame, and Supervisor Alpers, and actually a long time ago a basketball coach, he's coming down to moderate that.
Great. One of the other highlights on that particular stage every day, a lot of people don't realize this, but Don Iovino, the bass pro that's been
the
around
Doodling
forever.
King.
Yeah, the Doodle King. He's also a pro staff for Lowrance and has been just about his entire career.
Which is a long career.
It is. It's back when Lowrance had the little green box.
Yeah.
No, I'm just anyway. He is an expert at instructing people on how to use those electronics. And a lot of the guys that come to the show own electronics and don't really know exactly what they're doing with them.
Yeah.
And he is more than willing on one-on-one to talk with you about
awesome.
that. And he usually has a unit set up in his booth, which is by the bass tank. And you can go over there, and if you can get him in a moment when he's not busy selling something, you can talk to him, and he'll give you some one-on-one. But there is a daily presentation that he does, and we shift him over to the Mammoth Lake stage so he can have a PowerPoint presentation showing people how to read their Lowrance electronics. And it's not one particular model. Pretty much any Lowrance electronics he can help you with.
And Lowrance and Simrad are basically the same company, and
they
operate very. So if you have Simrad or Lowrance, it would apply.
I'm not honestly sure what Don's expertise is on the Simrad products. I don't know that, but I know he's really locked in on the Lowrance stuff. And I know we have a lot of freshwater fishermen here at the show, and it would be a great time to go and pick his brain.
To learn from the Doodling King.
You know, the guy is amazing.
The
guy is amazing.
Yeah.
He's been doing it for so long, and yet there are times when I use him as an example when I'm talking to other exhibitors about how to actually get the most exposure out of the show, because the biggest challenge the exhibitors have is to get attention, because there's so much going on, especially in a show like Long Beach, where you can't really see the whole show while you're there. Del Mar you can, and that's one of the reasons people like Del Mar, is they get the chance to see everything, but in Long Beach you miss some stuff. Yeah. And Don has done a wonderful job with drawing attention to himself, and then once he's there, he's so informative, and people walk away actually understanding more about how to catch fish, which is great.
That's awesome.
Also on that stage, though, you got a really guy coming. He wasn't there last year. He's back, Jared Smith, fishing wild trout in the Eastern Sierra. His seminars are always packed. If you want to learn how to fish trout in the Eastern Sierra or where to fish, Jared is really great.
And that is not an easy thing to do because of the pressure in the Eastern Sierra.
Well, that's the cool thing about Jared. He knows all of the little hidden spots. He can put you on lakes that you'll be the only one there. So
cool.
You go by, if you don't listen to his presentation, if you don't get a chance, which is every day, his booth is Parcher Resorts, and it's right there. Just go by and just have a one-on-one with him and make some notes, and you'll be on some spots you didn't know about.
So he's part of Parcher Resorts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, up in the Bishop Creek area.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
That is an amazing area and so unexplored.
Well, this year we had 3 lodges from Bishop Creek. We had Bishop Creek Lodge and Parchers, and then was it? Well, I can't remember.
There's another one.
But anyway, it's fun. I love that area.
It's
fishing that creek and up to the South Lake and come down.
Great flow tube lakes and stuff like that. Yeah.
Intake 1 and 2.
Yeah. Fantastic. So there's also going to be, for the first time in Del Mar, electronics guys, right?
We do have a nice electronics display coming down. Johnson Hicks Marine, who has really spearheaded our electronics display in Long Beach over the last 8 years, I guess, and they are responsible for getting so many of the manufacturers involved at the Long Beach show. And they told me this year, I've been kind of asking them if they would come down and get it started here, and they are a very busy company. And when they leave Long Beach, they have got work scheduled out. It's like the last thing we want to do is another show. They just want to go home and get to work with everything they generate out of Long Beach. But I've been asking them for a couple of years, and they finally agreed to come down to Del Mar and put up a display. So they're going to be there on hand, and I have a hunch that this will be the first of some growth.
They are going to kill it. There's a lot of guys that have boats, big and small, that operate out of San Diego, and they can't make Long Beach, and they're going to be amazed.
That's one of the biggest requests we get. Do you have any electronics? Well, no.
Now you do.
Now we do, yeah.
Well, and how ideal of a timing. I mean, that's why I like Del Mar so much is you get the time to really talk to people. In Long Beach, it's not like you don't get to do it in Long Beach. That's not fair to say, but there's just more time for it. There's more time to be thorough in Del Mar. And what a thing to be thorough about is your electronics. I mean, how cool of an opportunity. You get to talk to an expert and really have the time to go over everything. It's a major purchase you're about to make, and you can talk to somebody that's an expert in every field of them. That's going to be awesome.
You bet. So I saw a lot of spearfishing, freediving, spearfishing, diving in Long Beach. Is that going to be in Del Mar?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. We've got more it exploded. I think we have one booth is 400 square feet of spearfishing. There's another booth that's 150 square feet of spearfishing. We will have a dive tank on the weekend for the people for scuba.
Oh, so people will be able to try scuba
on Saturday and Sunday.
Wow,
yeah.
Cool.
So it's pretty exciting.
That is.
Yeah.
Okay, what else? I mean, Del Mar is full of really cool shows, and outside, inside, everywhere. What else is can we look forward to?
Well, of course, what we didn't have in Long Beach, the San Diego County Ford dealers present the Paul Bunyan Lumberjack show.
Such a great show.
People love it. I mean, I go out there, they're laughing, they're cheering. It's a lot of fun. Of course, we have the Great American Duck Races. The Department of Fish and Wildlife is back there with the casting in the city with the kids. They also have their trailer out there that's a laser shot trailer. Safari Club International will be here. They had never been here before with their giant trailer. Of course, we have the Rams Ultimate Air Dogs. We have the Savage Gear freshwater tank. We have the Accurate Fishing saltwater tank. Progressive is going to be there with their interactive display, which was very popular in Long Beach. They're giving away stuff, and it's going to be one of the biggest and best Del Mar shows we've ever had.
Yeah,
we were sold out of Del Mar before Long Beach.
Before Long Beach,
yeah.
We had no more space.
That has never happened ever in the years that I've been involved. We have never left for Long Beach without. I normally take the map with me, and I know what's available. We do some of that at the show there in Long Beach about Del Mar. I left the map purposely back in the office.
I said, Mike, don't you want the map? Why? We're sold out.
Yeah, we can't put anybody else in. Wow, pretty amazing. Well, congratulations, guys. That's really great. Western Outdoor News did, once again, a fantastic job on the program. Pat and his gang up there at Western Outdoor News. You can pick it up this week at the Western Outdoor News. If you're a subscriber, pick it up at the local tackle store. And also, you can pick it up at the show, right? The program will be there.
Yes, it will. Something I want to mention about that, and kind of like, people listening to your show with your app, which I think opens a whole new horizon of customers.
Mighty 1090 app.
Yes. The Western Outdoor News has an online version that is available to their subscribers, which a lot of people don't really pay too much attention to, but they do have it, and that's how now I look at the Western Outdoor News, and the nice thing about it is I get to see it on Tuesday. I don't have to wait for the mail to show up. So I'll glance over on Tuesday. Then when it shows up in the mail, I can go back and read some of the articles if I want to, but I already know what's in there. I think it's really a good tool.
That's cool.
Fantastic. Well, as you can hear, we have a lot to talk about. It's a big show starting Thursday at the Del Mar Fairgrounds, the 40th anniversary of the Fred Hall Fishing, Tackle, and Boat Show, the ultimate outdoor experience.
Well, you're not kidding, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We want to hear from you this morning. Tons of stuff to cover, and we want you to be a part of Let's Talk Hookup this morning. If you want to get through, there's two ways. First is with our local line, which is 858 area code 457-1090. Again, 858-457-1090. That's going to get you through. Talk to Mike, talk to Bart, or you can try us on our toll-free line, and that one's 877-792-1090. There's just one of those open. You can grab that last spot again, 877-792-1090. Not only are we going to be taking your phone calls, we got a lot of catch reports, we got a lot of great stuff to cover in today's show. We've also got a couple of great prizes. Two lucky callers at the end of the show today are each going to win a pair of tickets to come down to the Del Mar show and have some fun and get in on all the great shows and seminars and deals and boats and tackle and everything else. So it's going to be a couple of great prizes. Again, a pair of tickets to two lucky callers at the end of the show today. One more time, if you want to get through on that action, 858-457-1090 or 877-792-1090. And when we come back, we're going to be taking your phone calls. Lots of great info coming your way. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's sport fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
This is Chelsea from Dana Landing. Our booth this year at the Fred Hall Del Mar show is actually 3 factory booths in one. That means 3 times the selection and savings just for you. Let's start with Maui Jim. Over 300 pair of Maui Jim sunglasses, plus lots of custom My Maui styles, including a huge selection of Maui readers. Looking for a new pair of sandals or shoes? Olokai will have their largest selection for both men and women at the Fred Hall show, with a huge display of the coolest styles and factory reps on hand to fit you with the right one. Again this year, Afrin Abutin will be on hand to help you select from his massive inventory of warbaits. Here's big news. Paul Hebert from the hit television show Wicked Tuna will be hanging out with us. So come by, meet Paul, and talk bluefin tuna with him. The Dana Landing booth will have it all for the saltwater guy to be ready to fish. Stop by and meet me at the Dana Landing booth at the Del Mar Show. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
This is Greg Stotesbury from AFCO. For more than 55 years, the American Fishing Tackle Company has been recognized as the premier manufacturer of precision-built offshore fishing tackle. AFCO continues this tradition today with an innovative technical fishing clothing line designed and built for ultimate performance on the water. From our next-generation fishing shorts like the Tactical Camo or Stealth Shorts to our AF-Block sun protection shirts like the Fish Ninja and Samurai Sun Hoodie, the entire AFCO clothing lineup is purpose-built with the latest AFTech fabrics and designed with functional features to deliver top performance for the demanding angler. Visit www.afco.com to find a dealer near you.
It's time for our Power Pro 60-second seminar on your next fishing trip. You got to get the Power Pro Advantage, and you can learn the Power Pro Advantage at the Fred Hall Del Mar Show, because Power Pro Shimano will have a booth there demonstrating how to do connections and why Power Pro is a superior product.
They always have a very cool booth with a lot of pros, and this year more than ever because there are so many options within Power Pro. Super 8 Slick, you've got the Hollow Ace, all the different lines, the Max Quattro, so they can kind of take you, this is the type of fishing I do, this is the type of rigging I do, and you can have professionals help you dial in the right type of line and the best way for connections, knots. It's such an awesome booth.
Check out the Power Pro Hollow Ace. It is just an amazing product, and they'll show you connections that you can use with the Sato Crimp system or just one of their systems. So check it out, the Power Pro booth at the Fred Hall Del Mar Show, a must-see at the show.
It's Fred Hall show time. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. Be sure to stop by the Fisherman's Landing Tackle booth. The most complete selection of saltwater tackle at the show, including Shimano, rods, reels, and accessories. No one has a better selection of Shimano, Talica, and Trinidad reels. Accessories like tackle bags, flatfall jigs, Colt Sniper, and more. Make sure to see the Torium HG. Fisherman's Landing Tackle staff knows your needs. Come see our best booth ever, Fisherman's Landing Tackle, a must-visit at this year's Fred Hall Show.
When it comes to fishing rods for saltwater, there's just one name you need to know, CalStar. Take, for example, the Graphiter series. It's a true graphite and fiberglass composite rod, the finest that's ever been built. And for anglers seeking traditional performance, durability, and quality at an affordable price, the CalStar West Coast series of rods and blanks are the ones for you. Their master craftsmen bring decades of rod building experience to every rod they make. So if you want your fishing rods to be truly state-of-the-art, I always recommend CalStar at fine tackle stores everywhere. Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
You know, we were talking about the show, and there's going to be a lot of tackle there. And one of the places that's going to have great tackle is Fisherman's Landing Tackle. And it just so happens that Rock Cod Rick works there.
I would say it's the best place to get tackle.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just me. But
wait a minute. Is he an owner? Is he an owner?
But you were saying you stashed stuff specifically for the Del Mar show.
Never done that before because we knew how busy Long Beach was going to be. You know how crazy Long Beach is going to be. And San Diego's our home turf, and we've got customers that, you know, obviously they live in San Diego. They like to pace the Del Mar show. They only come for this. This is the first time we've ever taken stuff that we specifically did not bring to Long Beach. We have boxed up just for Del Mar. We have these rods at Long Beach, liquid sticks, and they are... We've had them last year, and they went amazingly well. And we knew we would sell out of them again at Long Beach. It's a rod that usually retails for around, it's like a $99 rod. And we sell them in the shop at a really good price for $59.95. That's like our kind of hidden secret. At the Long Beach show, we sold them for $29.95. As you can imagine, we sold absolutely every one we brought. We could have sold every one we could have got our hands on Long Beach, but for San Diego show, we took a big pile. We have a couple hundred of them that we saved just for Del Mar. Know that we're going to sell them all out there. It's a $100 rod for $29.95. Yeah.
Wow.
And could we have sold them all at Long Beach? Sure, but you know, this Del Mar's our home turf, man. Yeah. Seaguar again. Yeah, we sold out. Sold out in Long Beach. We have giant boxes that we saved just for the San Diego show.
Yeah. So are they still doing the same deal?
We are going to have buy two get one free on Seaguar.
On Seaguar Pink and Floral Premier.
Correct.
Yeah. Which is an unprecedented deal.
You got
Plus
it.
It's on sale.
Every single fluorocarbon, I believe just about every fluorocarbon. I know that we will have Seaguar buy two get one free at the Del Mar show.
Wow, pretty sensational. So there's plenty of deals because you stashed them. Oh, you know, people go, well, you don't get the same deals in Del Mar that you get in Long Beach. Well, not this year, right?
We did that specific. We've never done that before, but we knew how crazy Long Beach was going to be, and I hate to say it, we knew that if we didn't, we wouldn't have it because it would have. You're right, it would have all sold out. Long Beach was, from a tackle side standpoint, we knew it was going to be the biggest show that we've ever had just because of how good the fishing's been, how good things have been going. We knew it going into it, and it still blew away expectations.
Well, you heard Mark Wish yesterday talking about how this the third year of an El Nino year is usually the best year. Well, guess what? This is the third year.
I'm ready, man. Bring it on.
We ready for that?
Bring it on.
Yeah.
It looks like it, too, the water temperature and everything.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Yeah. Things are crazy right now. So let's go ahead and jump into those jam-packed phone lines.
You got it, man. Well, the phones are definitely that for sure, jam-packed. We're going to start it with Dan. He's calling us from San Diego this morning. Dan, good morning. Thanks for getting us started here on Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, everybody. You probably just answered my question, but I wanted to know if you have any other specials that you could announce on the radio for Del Mar, and I'll take my answer off the air.
Thanks, Dan. What other specials, Fisherman's Landing Tackle, obviously I have plenty of specials.
Yeah, I was to say, the ones we mentioned there. I mean, it's the other thing that I want to say real quick about the deals at the show is there's all the obvious ones. There's the killer buy one get one, and there's the time to go buy your rod. You can talk to all the guys. The thing that I think the show is the very best for, at least from our booth standpoint, is the stuff that you know that you're going to burn through throughout the year. You know you're going to go through fluorocarbon. You know you're going to go through gamakatsu hooks, and you know that's the stuff that's just a given. No matter what, that's what you're going to be blowing throughout the year, and it is the very least expensive time of the year, period, to buy that stuff. I mean, you're going to get fluoro and hooks and sinkers cheaper now than you're going to get it through the rest of the year, and you know you're going to go through it.
And, there will be other tackle dealers there, too. Right, Mike?
Yes, there will. And I was just thinking as Rick was going through that, I know Turner sent out an email yesterday, and it was the entire email ad was just about Del Mar specials. I don't remember what all they had, but they had an entire page of nothing but specials just for Del Mar.
If you go to Turners.com, you can see those
I would imagine
specials.
so, yeah.
The other thing, too, is that didn't happen in Long Beach is Paul Hebert. Paul Hebert. We heard him yesterday. He'll be in the Dana Landing booth.
All 4 days.
All 4 days, and he'll be here on Let's Talk Hookup a week from today, which is really
okay. But here we're announcing this for the first time. we brought back the fashion show in Long Beach, and it started out kind of sloppy, and then got really good at the end. And the last day, it was totally packed. Every seat was taken. Well, Paul Hebert will be appearing at the fashion show.
In the fashion show.
So the fashion show will be going on, and then you get a chance to talk with Paul for about 20 or 30 minutes after the fashion show.
Oh, my.
That's cool.
Yeah. That'll be great. He'll also be in the Dana Landing booth the whole time when he's out at the fashion show, and Dana Landing has phenomenal specials.
Yes.
On Maui Gyms, they've got several My Maui pairs of readers that they almost sold through, but they ordered enough that they can get enough going on. And then they also have Olukai, great selection of Olukai sandals and shoes at great prices, and then Grundens.
I was just going to say that. Yeah. Did you see their display of foul weather gear they had at Long Beach? It was awesome.
So if you're looking for foul weather gear, Dana Landing booth, that's the place.
And the thing that was cool about it was they had really high-end foul weather gear from, literally from as cheap as $50 all the way on up to a couple of $100 and everything in between. So you could figure out what your budget is and figure out exactly how good and how nice a gear you can get. It was a really cool display. If you didn't see it in Long Beach, you got to check it out at Del Mar.
So they'll have that at Del Mar for sure. That's at the Dana Landing booth. Here's a guy that did make a appearance at Long Beach. It was great to see him. Captain Andy Cates aboard the Red Rooster 3. Good morning, Andy.
Hey, good morning, guys.
What's up, Andy?
Great to hear from you. Are you back on the water?
Yeah, we're back out, man. We're at Clarion here right now. Can you believe that?
Unbelievable.
How good the quality is. Your phone call sounds like you're in the next room.
I know, isn't it? Welcome to 2016. There you go. Hey, there's just scratch fishing down here, kind of more of the same, but the quality's nice, man. We got to the island there, fishing that buffer zone here yesterday, and had 24 fish. They're all pretty good fish, 100-plus pounders. Got one fish about 220, another one about 200. So it was actually pretty civilized fishing. There's a little bit of shark issue now, but it's not, it's not to the point where they run you out of there. So I'm hoping that backs off. But, God, it was nice weather, and, God, it was beautiful out. So I'm hoping we can ditto that today. We got a handful of fish this morning. Nice fish, 120 to 170. So we're hoping that we can continue picking here today. But it's a pick, you know. You get 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3 like that all day long, which is kind of cool, you know, because there's something to do all day. You know, guys are trying all day. There's interest all day, and we had a nice little rally on the kite there yesterday afternoon. You know, where they were hitting the kite. You know, not overwhelming, but you know, bam, get it out there. Ooh, we got another one. That type of fishing. So it wasn't, you know, just ramming each other around the boat. It was very civilized, a nice civilized pick. And it was all nice, great fish. So we're hoping to see that again here today. And, I mean, today's our second morning, so, I mean, we got a lot of time here, man. We'll be out till next Saturday.
Just getting started. Well, that's fantastic, Andy. And, you know, as we all know, things change very rapidly around there. And it's good to know that there's fish around and that the quality's there. And you've got a lot of fishing time.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Now, what happens with Red Rooster 3? Do you guys have any spots available?
Well, you know what? We're going into maintenance, and then we've got that June heat trip, and I don't think there's any room on that. But I think we do have some early summer 4-day trips, you know, those July trips, I think, where we've got, you know, a half a dozen or a few more spots on some of those early ones. So if you're looking at that kind of early July after the 8-day trip runs that everyone does there, that we have some availability on that. But we're going to go into our maintenance after this, and we're going to be hauling out at Shelter Island Shipyard this year, so it'll be nice. We'll be local.
Right there.
Cool.
Rather than down at Chula Vista, so we're pretty excited about that. I think hopefully we got a new home there for maintenance. As you guys know, man, it's a big deal for all these boats every year. You know, guys spend a lot of money keeping these boats updated like they are and state of the art that they are and safe. So, you know, it's a big event, and we all spend, the entire fleet, you know, we all spend a lot of money every year keeping these boats as nice as they are. So it's comfortable for guys when they come out all around the world there. So
yeah, indeed.
Here we go. I know
some
other guys are going to start maintenance too. So
yeah, well, I know a week from next Sunday, the 27th, which is Easter Sunday, Captain Derek from the Red Rooster 3 will be on the show here. And then in April, you're going to be in the studio with Rick and myself.
Okay, well, send me a date. So I thought it was in May.
Oh, in May. That's May. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have to look at the schedule here. We got you down in May. Yeah, because that's kind of your maintenance time and all that too.
We can get you on the beach.
Yeah, I got to go before May 16th though, because that's going to be our Kauai run.
Ah, very good. That'll be great.
Remember that, Rick?
I think we're on the same flight even.
Is that right? Wow, fantastic. All right, well, if somebody wants more information on the Red Rooster, how do we do it?
You can go ahead and give Christina a call in the office there at 619-224-3857. Keep an eye on our reports here on Facebook. And you can look up our website there at redrooster3.com.
And it's May the 7th. And put your calendar in the date. Saturday, May 7th will be Andy Cates in the studio.
Cool.
Okay. All right, you guys.
Thanks, Andy.
Nice to hear from you. Thanks a lot for calling us from way down south. It sounds like he's right next door.
That's crazy. Yeah, that sounds so good.
Let's go down to the East Cape right now. I said I know everybody in this room.
How about a place that I don't think anybody really cares for? You know, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, just I don't know, big
John
Rancho Llanero or anything.
Rancho Llanero. Good morning, John.
Hey, John.
Hi, Pete. Hi, Rick. Hi, Bart. Mike.
Good morning.
Good
morning, John.
The show gang getting ready to go back to Del Mar come Thursday. Looking forward to it. Well, happy daylight savings time to everybody. It takes a while to get to this new hour here. Fishing down by us has been not the greatest. It's actually good for you guys, Bart. It's been real good inside and not so good outside. There was the water dropped, which is actually the water temp dropped, pardon me, which is actually a good thing for us. It's dropped from, it was metering up to 76, close to 78 degrees last week, and now we're down to 72-degree water, which is a little bit better for us. But I think it's affected the fishing outside. They're seeing a lot of stripers and sails. We just can't get them to bite right now. A lot of bait around. We're making good bait. We got good mackerel, green mackerel, and caballito, and so we're getting good bait, and there's lots around, and I think that's affecting outside as well. Beautiful weather, guys, just flat as it can be, and and 80 degrees, low 80s during the day. It's really, really nice weather. But everything's happening inside. They're catching some nice amberjack inside, 30 to 40-pound amberjack, using those Macs, and a lot of roosterfish around, good roosterfish bite as well. Sierra in the morning, some Pargo. It's been, like I say, very good fishing inside. It just hasn't been going on outside yet. And it'll change. It'll change any day now. So.
Well, you'll be at the Fred Hall Del Mar show in your booth, as you were in Long Beach every day, hanging out, talking Rancho Leonero. And I might caution our listeners, too, if you want to go to Rancho Leonero, especially our tournament, I'm not sure we even have any space left. Do you?
I think we're done, Pete. I think we sold it out.
Yeah. Wow.
You might call the office and see if there's any cancellations, but I'm pretty
Get on the
sure.
Get on the wait
list.
Yeah.
And I got to get after Bart and Mike to make their dates too. And I understand you guys want to come in May, so you better hurry.
I'm sitting here thinking, oh boy, I got to get this done.
Yeah, and that's true for any date in the season from now through November. If you want to go to Rancho Leonero, you better get on it. Right
yeah,
now.
that's true. You know, we're only 34 rooms, and it is going to be a busy year. Thankfully, it's going to be a good year for sure. So call early if you know you're going to come, for sure.
How do we get a hold of you, John?
Thanks, Pete. It's 800-646-2252 or rancholeonero.com.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you Thursday at the Del Mar Fairgrounds on the Rancho Leonero booth. And, of course, talk to you next Sunday.
Grandpa John.
Sure will. Yeah, I'm going to bring John to the show.
Awesome.
Tell Ginny. Tell Ginny we're coming for sure.
All right.
Great, guys. Nice talking to you.
See you, John.
See you next Thursday.
All right. Hey, let's jump right back into the phones. They're getting packed up. The only line open, if you want to get through right now, is our local number, 858 area code 457-1090. Let's talk to Ed, calling us from Mira Mesa this morning. Hi, Ed. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, guys. Hey, my question is, as far as have you thought about getting a multi-day use pass or something like that in the future?
We think about it every single year. There are problems with it, counterfeiting problems and things like that. So we're still working on it, and hopefully we can come. The technology will catch up, and we'll be able to do it by next year. But no, right now there are no multi-day use passes. I'm very sorry.
It is a show that you could spend 2 or 3 days.
Oh, yeah, you can, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 200 seminars there in 4 days, so you
Just the seminars
you
alone.
can't possibly do it all. Yes.
How many boats?
Well, this is San Diego's largest boat show. I don't know exactly how many. I say acres because there are literally acres of boats, but I don't know exactly how many. But we have dealers here from out of the area they're all assembled in one place. And typically we sell lots of boats at Del Mar because people come look at them in Long Beach,
right.
and then they think about it, and then they come to Del Mar, and then they make their decision.
They still offer the show deals. I know Inland Boat Center had a bunch of Defiance and Arimas there, and they had some darn good deals.
Oh, yeah, they did. And they'll have those same deals down here, too. Yeah. But we got cruisers in this show. We have ski boats in this show.
Wow.
I mean, this is San Diego's only on-land boat show, really.
Yeah.
I know. Mean, the NMMA canceled their on-land boat show for later in the year.
Yeah. So. I know our other boat dealer that supports Let's Talk Hookup, West Coast Marine, with the Parker dealer, he sold boats. I mean, he's sold boats there, so hopefully he's going to have enough boats to bring to Del Mar, but I'm sure Kevin will.
Those are great problems.
He'll talk to the owner and say, can I please borrow it for a week?
But Kevin sold a lot of boats. I know, and I know Inland Boat Center sold a lot of boats in Long Beach because they're making show deals. It's kind of like once-a-year show deals, Mike?
Well, if there's ever been a year to buy a boat, this is obviously the year. I mean,
Yes.
There's a lot of people that are getting back into boating that were out for a while because the fish weren't within range, and that's not the problem now. And it looks like we're going into another great year for private boaters. So this is a great opportunity to see the whole selection under one roof and get the deals.
And you can buy the boat, walk into the exhibit hall, and pick out your electronics.
Get it all
done. Get it all done.
They get some fishing tackle.
Yeah, and buy some fishing tackle.
Fishing tackle, electronics.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I bought a bunch of stuff for the boat in Long Beach.
No doubt.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great place to shop and see stuff.
There you go, Jim and Mary. It's time to go buy your boat.
Yeah, yes, Jim and Mary. It's time. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Hey, let's jump right back into them. How about this time we talk to Dennis? Dennis calls from Norwalk. Good morning, Dennis. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, Dennis.
Yes, I'd just like to know about the show. I've never been down there before. Will they have the rod repair booth there with the company there?
I think you're talking about the Shimano reel repair booth, and no, Shimano does not do that here. That's very difficult for them. They save that for Long Beach. But you can go into there's a lot of tackle stores there. You can go in and go see Rick. Ken's Custom Reels. Ken will be there, and he
Bring
knows,
your reel down, and he'll fix it right there.
He'll fix it right there. He'll show you how to do it. He's the best.
Wes?
Tell him you want Ken to do it.
Yeah.
When you come in, you want Ken himself to do it.
Why would you want to do that when you have Wes?
I was going to say Wes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if it was possible.
Exactly. I work at a tackle store, and Wes takes care of my reels. He is the man.
For sure.
Don't badmouth Ken. He's our golfing buddy.
Yeah, well, of course. No, we love Ken. Are you kidding me? But Ken and Wes will be there, and you want to get your reel repaired, bring it to the show. They'll do it right there for you. Thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. More of your phone calls, more catch reports, all kinds of great info. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
The Fred Hall shows are the best place to buy your next boat, and Inland Boat Center will be there ready to put you into the right boat. They've been around 35 years and have something for everyone. Inland Boat Center will have the perfect saltwater fishing boats made by Arima and Defiance. If you purchase a boat during the Fred Hall show, there will be factory incentives. In fact, all new Defiance and Arima boats are eligible for a free electronics package, as well as Defiance and Arima dollars to put towards the purchase of any Defiance or Arima. Please see sales personnel for details. Inland Boat Center will have the most popular fishing models on display and factory representatives to help answer all your questions. So time to trade in that old boat and get the Defiance or Arima boat you really want at the Super Fred Hall Show deal from Inland Boat Center, 681 East San Jacinto in Paris. Check inlandboatcenter.com and see them at the Fred Hall shows.
If you are ready to experience a real Alaska fishing adventure, check out Whalers Cove Lodge in Angoon, Alaska. The calm waters around Whalers Cove are 100 miles from any large towns, so you will enjoy a wilderness adventure without any crowds. Whalers Cove Lodge has some of the best salt and freshwater fishing in Alaska, and there is no need for a bumpy boat ride for hours. You can find productive fishing for salmon, halibut, and rockfish just 10 minutes from the lodge. Whalers Cove also offers fantastic freshwater fishing in wilderness streams for wild salmon and trout. The Whalers Cove experience will fulfill your wildest Alaska dreams on the calm water of the Inside Passage or on a spectacular stream. It's your choice every day at the Whalers Cove Lodge. After fishing, you will dine on fabulous meals created daily by the Whalers Cove chefs and relax in your comfortable room or cabin. Learn more about this exciting Alaska destination on their website at whalerscovelodge.com or call 800-423-3123. Whalers Cove Lodge, a real Alaskan fishing adventure.
Many years ago, Baja pioneer Bob Van Wormer found the area he called the Great Fish Trap in the East Cape of southern Baja and built what is now regarded as the premier East Cape resorts of Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Today, following in their father's footsteps, Bob's sons, Bobby, Chucky, and Eddie, have taken Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol to new levels with the largest sport fishing fleet in Mexico, a luxurious spa, and top-of-the-line resort amenities. Van Wormer Resorts have become a destination for travelers worldwide. But for us, Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol are just a short 2-hour flight away. No other tropical fishing destination offers the experience and value that you'll find at Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Now you can plan your Baja fishing vacation quick and easy by visiting VanWormerResorts.com. And when you're ready to book, it's quick and easy. Or simply call 877-777-TUNA for more information. Van Wormer Resorts, the East Cape's finest.
It's Fred Hall show time. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle. Be sure to stop by the Fisherman's Landing Tackle booth. The best selection of saltwater tackle at the show, including a complete selection of accurate reels. No one has a better selection of accurate reels than Fisherman's Landing Tackle. A must visit at this year's Fred Hall show.
Alaska is one of the ultimate fishing destinations in the world. This is Rock Cod Rick, and every year the one trip I look forward to is Kingfisher Charters and Sid Sitka, Alaska. My dad and I have been going for over 15 years, and I just can't wait to go again. No one does it better than Kingfisher Charters. They offer the best service, the most comfortable accommodations, fantastic food, the finest fishing charter captains in all of Sitka, and the ultimate value. Sure, I've been to others, but time and time again, nobody beats Kingfisher Charters. You can catch huge halibut like the ones we do almost every year, and salmon, well, Sitka is famous for some of the best runs in Alaska. We also get plenty of rockfish and huge lingcod. And when it comes to fish processing, the best in Alaska is Kingfisher Charters. And listen to this, it's all included in your package. In fact, everything is included except the tips. It's truly amazing how the Kingfisher crew continues the quality of service they deliver year after year. Come and join me on the Let's Talk Hookup trip in June, or just go when you can. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136, or check kingfishercharters.com.
XFRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Padres. Oh, rush! San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090. Hey, it's time to find out what's biting out there. It is time for the Catch Report, which today is sponsored in part by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Hey, the fish that you catch is a valuable item, so why not take care of it the best possible way? That's with Fisherman's Processing, San Diego's finest. They will treat your catch just like it was their own, and once you try them, you are going to be hooked. Check fishermansprocessing.com for more details, or you can see them when your trip returns to the San Diego landings. And let's start off the Catch Report of a Dana War Sport Fishing. Talk to the man, Captain Brian Woolley's on the line. What's up, Woolley?
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you this morning?
Great. Good morning.
Good. Well, I'll just kind of jump right into what we've what we've been doing up here at Dana Wharf. Again, the 3/4 day stuff for us, pretty much like the last couple of weeks. It's been real centered around that deep water rockfish. Certainly some good days on that stuff when the conditions are right. We've had a little bit of wind against current and some of that stuff that's made it a little tough. And again, that red crab has been a huge factor, and that's been a real cat and mouse game, having to find the right areas that aren't covered up in it. But if you find the right one, it's been pretty good. Thursday, for example, we had a light load, 10 guys, and we went home with 80 reds and another 20 mixed rockfish. So that's limits for the anglers. It was good fishing. So it's been different day to day, certainly. But some consistency to it. Excuse me, couldn't spit that out. Would certainly be would be nice to see. The calico bass fishing has also continued to be good this past week. We just got a load of beautiful anchovies, so that has really played into it as well. Friday before everything got blown to pieces and wet on the beach, the water was 62 with some good movement to it, and those bass were biting. They're catching the fish on the live bait, rubber lures, the surface iron, cast after cast on the jig. It was good fishing for that calico bass. So we'll let things kind of settle out. Yesterday was a little tough. Things kind of recovered, even though that storm came through pretty quick. It, mixed things up pretty good. So things should snap back here, hopefully, to normal in the next couple of days. I know we got a good weather window coming this week, so we will see what happens. With the time change, too, our departure times on the 3/4 day trips have bumped back an hour now to 6 a.m., and you'll see some twilights on our schedules here, too, starting on Tuesday and occasional weekend evenings until, we get in full swing in there. They'll be running every night. So that's kind of what we got going on up here at Dana Wharf. We will be down there at the Fred Hall Show, too. I'm sure we'll bump into you guys down there at Del Mar a day or two as well. And you guys want to get out on a trip with us? We invite you to take advantage of that Let's Talk Hookup discount by clicking on the Dana Wharf link right there on the front page of the Let's Talk Hookup website. And I'll give you a code, and you can book right from there. You can call the office. The number up here is 949-496-5794. And, of course, you can check us out on the web at danawharf.com.
Willie, are we going to see you in the booth at Del Mar?
I believe I'll be there a day or two. Haven't quite figured out the schedule yet, but I'll be down there at some point, most definitely.
All right.
Can't wait, Willie.
Special discounts, and including that discount on the Let's Talk Hookup website there, and lots of fun to meet you at the Del Mar show. We'll look forward to seeing you there.
Sounds good, guys. Have a great show, and we'll see you in a couple days.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks, Willie. All right, well, continuing on with our Catch Report, we're going to hit the surf fishing report with our man, the surf guru, Gundy Gunderson, is on the line. What's up, Gundy?
Hey, what's up, gentlemen?
You are.
Hey, Gundy.
God, this swell has me semi-retired.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's been tough, but, there's a little bit of sign. I would say generally, the west-facing beaches, so like the San Diego beaches, been taking the brunt of it, the South Bay beaches. This week, a lot of sand moving on those beaches. You know, I got a report from Oceanside. Low tide, there's a sandbar at the mouth there that they're drawing like 4 feet of water at low tide. So that's a typical place when sand's moving. And so some of these beaches, it's going to take a little while for things to even out, you know, but for the most part, the best fishing has been up on those south-facing beaches off Santa Barbara and the protected beaches off Long Beach. The west-facing beaches, again, like I said, have suffered. Hook, line, sinker reported solid perch action when the swell's been down. Starting to see some of those fish approaching the 2-pound mark. Carolina rigged grubs, clear red flake has been a good color. The Gulf 2-inch sandworms in bloody. It seems with all the red crab around, something with red has been the best. Carpinteria, Gaviota, Goleta, East Beach Graveyard, all kicking out nice fish. Few halibut also reported on Haskell's up there, which is a spring halibut beach, so that's a good sign too. And then the other hot spot was along Long Beach, according to Big Fish there. The grunion been running all weekend, since Thursday night, I believe, and Belmont Shores, Cherry Beach, Surfside, Bolsa Chica, that whole area has lit up with some halibut. 3 legal fish were reported in the shop Friday, Saturday night. One angler had 20 short fish Saturday morning in there, so a lot of fish in there, and we should see that just get better. We just need conditions, and some of those more protected beaches are the places to look for right now. Lucky Craft smelt pattern was red hot in that grunion right there.
Man, so it's good. You know, once the swell backs off again, you can tell the water's warm, the fish are around. Springtime in the surf. You know, they had that the big double haul ball yesterday for the Federation of Fly Fishers, and those guys were in the surf with their fly rods. Whether it be a fly rod or a conventional rod, the surf in the spring, there's nothing more fun.
Yeah, on the beaches, a lot of new contours on the beaches. It's going to produce a lot of real new hot spots. So, I'm looking forward to it. We just got to be patient.
Good stuff there, Gundy. Thanks a lot for a great report, and we will talk to you next Sunday.
That's right. Have a good week, gentlemen.
All right, you too. Thanks a lot. Keep on all that good writing in Western Outdoor News up, too, that you've been doing in there. And that wraps up our catch report, right?
You got it, man. Today, Catch Report sponsored by Gamakatsu Hooks, Japan's leading fish hook that sets the standard for quality and innovation, strength, and durability. Great time to always buy Gamakatsu Hooks, too. Fred Hall Show. I know there's going to be specials and booths, discounts off, things like that. Going to be an awesome time to go get your Gamakatsu. And just like we said, you know you're going to use Gamakatsu hooks all throughout the year. There's no doubt in my mind you're going to burn through a bunch of number 2s for anchovies and a bunch of 2Os for your sardines, so why not buy them at a discount at Del Mar? It's the time to do it.
Yeah, Gamakatsu Hooks, the best one you can buy right there, indeed. Hey, a line open.
First time this whole morning. Yeah, seriously.
We had a line open. It's 858-457-1090. Open right now. You have a chance to go for free and see the Del Mar show with a buddy. 2 chances there. Thanks to the guys at Fred Hall for doing that. We sure appreciate it. So let's jump into the phones.
You got it, man. How about we talk to Dick, calling us from San Diego this morning. Hi, Dick. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, gentlemen, and congratulations on probably the longest fishing tackle show run in history. 2 real quick questions on exhibitors. Vintage tackle and who's selling rod blanks?
Well, Vintage Tackle will be back in the show this year under San Diego Tackle Traders, and they've got a pretty large booth and always a great selection of used older tackle, which is always very popular. As far as blanks go, Fisherman's Landing Tackle should have a nice selection of blanks. I know they had a lot up in Long Beach, and I expect them to have plenty of those left. Rick, you still
we got reloaded, from both CalStar and Seeker, throughout the show. Cousins, same deal. We have all of everything we had in Long Beach we'll have in Del Mar, and we got loads of, stock from what we sold from all those manufacturers. So, the best, like I said, it's not a joke. It's not a BS for the radio. I mean, it's the best we do all year long. So
you take it there, you don't want to take it home.
It's the very least expensive that we sell the blanks throughout the entire years at the show. And not just blanks, too, but if you're a rod builder, guide sets, Hypalon, reel seats, all the rod building components. It's the very best sale we have all year long, period.
Yeah, indeed.
And I'm sure there's others that are going to have blanks there as well. I just don't know.
Yeah. I know in Long Beach, the guys from Wind Grips, is it?
Wind Grips. They'll be in the show
They'll be in Del Mar.
Yes,
yeah, those are cool grips.
Beautiful.
Some of the old Shimano guys. hanging out, doing the wind grip thing.
Yeah, it's very, very nice product.
Yeah.
I got a CalStar being built right now for myself, BTG 6480, and I have one of those wind grips being put on. I really like that. It's cool. Yeah, they're very, very
Feel
cool.
good, too.
Hey, Rick, that's as close as I ever get to golf.
Oh, yeah.
you and me both, buddy. You and me both.
So I told Mike, I said, hey, we got wind grips in the show. He says, who's wind grips? This was a couple years ago when they were just started. Well, they're huge in golf. Oh. They're huge in golf.
That's great, Bart.
Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. More of your phone calls, more great information. Another full hour. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Call the office. Tell 'em I'm sick.
It's Fred Hall Show time. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. Be sure to stop by the Fisherman's Landing Tackle booth, the most complete selection of saltwater tackle at the show, including Cousins, building classic tackle based on 5 decades of experience. Cousins builds the perfect rod for your style of fishing with over 120 designs and actions. See the huge Cousins booth right across from us. Fisherman's Landing Tackle staff has used the gear and knows your needs. Come see our best booth ever, Fisherman's Landing Tackle, a must-visit at this year's Fred Hall Show.
It's time for the spectacular 40th Annual Fred Hall Show, March 17th through the 20th at the Del Mar Fairgrounds, presented by Progressive. This is San Diego's biggest fishing show, biggest boat show, biggest outdoor recreation event of the year. Celebrating the passion of fishing, boating, hunting, and outdoor recreation for 40 years. Hundreds of booths, acres of boats, over 200 seminars presented by Cousins Tackle, a giant kayak and stand-up paddleboard section, marine electronics, Graham Trucks Ultimate Air Dogs, the Mammoth Lakes Kids Fish-Free Trout Pond, Savage Gear's Bass Tank, the Accurate Fishing Saltwater Tank, Hobie Kayak Fishing Seminars, Costa's Sporting Chef Cafe, the San Diego Ford Dealers Paul Bunyan Lumberjack Show, archery, target shooting, fly fishing, casting, and so much more. Kids-free, kids fish-free, active military-free. Join us and share in the 70-year legacy of the Fred Hall Shows as we celebrate the passion March 17th through the 20th at the Del Mar Fairgrounds, presented by Progressive. Details at fredhall.com. It's a whale of a show.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
Rancho Leonero is very family-oriented. People have brought their children down, and now they're bringing their children. It's not unusual to have 3 generations of family at the hotel. Grandpa, Dad, and normally sons, sometimes daughters. The families come back year after year, and it's a safe place for the kids. It's small, it's intimate, right on the water, 2 miles of beachfront. The water's very shallow in front. There's no currents to speak of, no waves. We have child care, $10 a day for a babysitter. Security is high at Rancho Leonero. It's really unnecessary, but it adds to the comfort level. And we really do encourage the families. It's a great place for family reunions, family get-togethers, weddings. We do it all. 1-800-646-2252, 646-BAJA. And RanchoLeonero.com. There's nowhere that I could think of to have the same atmosphere and the same experience that you get at Rancho Leonero. We love families.
XSRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
You are listening to the home of the Aztecs. Put that slam dunk. That's what I'm talking about. San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Let's talk candidly about long-range fishing. This is Captain Frank Lepresti of the Royal Polaris and the Shogun. Nowhere on Earth will you find a fleet of long-range boats like we have in San Diego. We are fortunate to have several top-notch operations to take you to the most productive fishing grounds in the world. We all offer good food, comfortable staterooms, huge bait capacity, and top-of-the-line fish-finding electronics. So why would you choose the Royal Polaris or the Shogun for your next long-range trip? What sets us apart from the rest? It's pretty simple. The boats, the crew, and the service. From the moment you arrive at Fisherman's Landing, the service begins. We help you load your gear and do everything possible to get beginners or seasoned veterans ready to catch fish. When it's time to fish, the Royal Polaris and the Shogun have the edge there too, delivering the 2 best fishing platforms in the fleet. But don't take my word for it. Come fishing with us. If you want the best, it's Royal Polaris and the Shogun. For more information, call 619-226-8030 or on the web at royalpolarissportfishing.com or shogunsportfishing.com.
Stop by the giant Turner's Outdoorsman booth at the Fred Hall Show in Del Mar. Thousands of square feet of tremendous savings for the first-time angler to the seasoned veteran. The Turner's Outdoorsman booth will have unbelievable specials so crazy they're only available at the show. Here are just a few. The largest stock of AVAT blems ever at unbelievable prices. Seaguar Premier and Pit Label. Buy 50 yards, get 25 free. The Hook selection is enormous at the Turner's Outdoorsman booth and all on sale. Buy 2, get 1 free on Mustad and Trokar. The best tackle guys from around the Turner's Outdoorsman stores will be there to help. Make the Turner's Outdoorsman booth your first stop to load up for the upcoming fishing season. Turner's Outdoorsman at the Fred Hall Show in Del Mar, where the deals can't be beat.
It was another awesome year for fishing in San Diego, and it seems to still be going strong. I've talked to people that continue to get into tuna and yellowtail offshore. It was another awesome year for Ford, too. Once again, Ford is America's favorite brand. Just take a look at last year's sales figures. It's right there in black and white. If the car you're driving is 6, 7, 8 years old, it's really time to get into something new because the technology in these new Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs is nothing short of impressive. You wouldn't want a cell phone with 8-year-old technology, would you? So why keep driving a car with old technology? Now's the time to stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer and check out the latest innovations and designs, like Pro Trailer Backup Assist on your new F-150. You just turn a little knob on the dash and it steers your trailer exactly where you want it to go. Trust me, backing in your boat will never be easier. Learn more at SanDiegoCountyFord.com or just stop by any San Diego County Ford dealer. They'll be glad to hook you up.